Hi guys, welcome to my channel once more. This is your girl Ruby. I know I haven't touched base with you all in a while. So, how are we all been doing? So, in today's video, I would like to talk about something that I see is I shouldn't say trending, no. Um Getting out of control, no, I shouldn't say that either, but it's something that I see that keeps popping up on a day-to-day basis, and it's happening very regular, and it's mainly among our young people. Yeah, it's mainly among our young people. And in today's video, I would like to talk about depression. And remember, I always say that I am not a doctor, but I base my facts on my own personal life, right? So, depression. When we talk about depression, right? Depression can happen to anyone, any individual. Even animals get depressed at times, and depression is a condition associated with events which makes you as a person or an individual have like mood swings. Sometimes you feel like all you want to do all day is sleep and you don't know why you're sleeping. You just don't want to get up out of the bed. It's because we're depressed. Something is sending that signal to our brain that we're depressed, we're in that state. Or you just feel like you just clean the house all day. So you wake up in the morning and you clean all day, all day. Tomorrow you wake up, you clean again, you clean again. It's like you're trying to get something off your mind. So you use cleaning the house to get that off your mind, you know? And depression is real. This is something that affects us in our day-to-day living and we don't even know, you know? Yeah. Just imagine as a mom or a dad and you have 3, 4 kids, you're jobless, you don't have a little piece of land where you can go and do some farming, raise a couple of chickens, and you only maybe go to Mr. Brown or Mrs. Brown house and you do a little construction, or you maybe wash some clothes, right? And that's how you provide for your kids, right? And for some reason, nature calls and we have rain for an entire week. So daddy couldn't go to Mr. Brown to do some construction. So at the end of the week, there's no money coming in. Mommy couldn't go to Mrs. Brown to wash any clothes because they would be wet. So, no money coming in for mommy either, right? So at the end of the week, mommy gets so depressed because she have 3 kids crying they're hungry. Maybe one is sick, need to go to the doctor, and she don't have any money to buy little groceries to make a little food for them. She don't have money to take them to the doctor if they feel sick or anything like that. So that put mommy in depression, right? So mommy gets depressed now. The kid even get depressed too because they're hungry. So they're thinking that they're hungry. Why is it mommy feeding me? So they start thinking all kind of things. Should I run away from home or should I harm myself? And mommy is thinking, I'm tired of hearing these kids screaming in my ear, mommy, I'm hungry. Daddy is tired of hearing his wife saying, what are we going to do because all this rain you couldn't get to work and we have no money to buy food. The little corner shop that we used to go and trust grocery from said they can't trust anymore because we have a big bill. Next thing you know, mommy start thinking out of the box, or daddy start thinking out of the box. Out of the box meaning, if I maybe unalive these kids, unalive my wife, and then unalive myself, we'll all be out of our misery. This is a form of depression. So in in case something like this happens, always have a backup plan. Always have something you can talk, someone you can talk to, someone you confide in. And listen to me, people. When people come and confide, that doesn't mean you have to go and tell Mary, Jake, and John that, say Miss Brown and Mrs. Brown didn't have any money to feed the kids this week and I had to feed them. No, man. Each one of us help one, you know. And if you see Mr. Brown walking up and down the street, picking his fingernail, don't be going saying to Tom Jones that Mr. Brown going crazy, because him just walking and picking out his fingernail. No, Mr. Brown is thinking, what am I going to give my wife and kids to eat? Where am I going to get the money from? And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go way back to 2007. I was really depressed. I was so depressed. And this is no joke. This is no makeup story, right? As I said in my previous video, that I am a product of the Jamaica farm work program. So I came to America on the farm work program. And in 2006, season ended, right? 2006, 2007. That's when America was in what they call it. Oh my God, I forgot the word. When the economy was so low, right? Economy was so low in America. So I was working at a property in Mississippi, and our batch was sent home with the expectation that we would have been back in America within the next 3 months. I was in Jamaica, guys, from 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Yeah. I walked the 14 parishes of Jamaica. The 14 parishes of Jamaica. May I tell you that? Me walk the 14 parishes of Jamaica. As me hear about something, your girl gone pan it. Right? Guys, I see myself going to Coronation Market to put food on my son's table, to send my son to school. I sell jelly water coconut at Coronation Market. And trust me, this girl not shame about it. I am not shame about it at all, at all, at all. I did whatever I could. Guys, I raised chicken. I had a pig pen with pigs. Yes, I did it. I was so depressed. I was so depressed. My hair started falling out. When I go like this, a bunch of hair just come out in my hand like that. My skin, I had some rash. Rash take over my body. It's like I was breaking out in leprosy, some red rash. And the itch, and the only thing could save me was when I walk down at the beach and I sit down in the water on the beach and I would feel cool for a little bit. And it's like sometimes I would hear a little voice in my head say, just put your head underneath the water and don't take it up until them find your body. I'm not lying you. I remember, I don't know who was doing it, but my cell phone, they would ring my cell phone and I would have my cell phone line open and they would have hammer beating down nail. I would have people blowing whistle. It's like they were trying to get me crazy, guys. This is no joke about it. This is no joke. This is something true, I'm telling you. My mother would say she don't know who is doing this to my child, but she just pray for them. My big sister, she named Christine. She bawled the living yeah water because me I tell her, me look like dead. Walking dead. It's like somebody was out for me. They wanted was to see me walking out and eating out a garbage can. I went through a mental state. I went through a mental state. I tell you. I never knew I would be here now. And when I see all these people popping up on the internet last week, and depression, and it reached to a point where they couldn't take it no more because they went into this state and they are so weak. They're so weak they had no one to talk to, or maybe they did talk to someone, but the support wasn't there for them. The support wasn't there for them, and it caused them to put a hand to their life. I'm telling you, I had reached that point. I had reached that point, and I'm glad I had people in my surrounding that were there for me, that listen to me, and let me know that, whatever it is you're going through, things is gonna get better. Things is going, you might be going through a rough path, a rocky path, but things is going to get better. I remember one night, a female called me. A female called me, and she said, "Yeah, daddy, I raise pig. I bet your man in your wake up, see none of your pig them in the pen because me I gonna let out your pig them out of the pen and make them run away." Yes, a female called my phone and she said, "You're rearing pig. I'm going to let your pigs out of the pen. And when you wake up tomorrow, you're not going to see any pigs because they're all going to be gone." Guys, one morning I wake up, all of my chicken dead. Whosoever was playing on my mind, they poison off my chicken, and I still never give up. Your girl never give up. So I'm asking you guys, whatever you're going through, please don't think of taking your life is the end of it. Have someone to talk to, find a pastor, find a friend, find somebody who you can confide in. Please, I'm asking you. Don't remember, as a mother, I had my son to provide for. And if one of those days when I went down the beach to just soak off my skin, because I tell you, all over my body was just broken out in eyes, and it just itches so bad. And if I had taken my life, I wouldn't be here for my son today. I would not be here to see the type of young man he has grown to become. He has grown to become. And I'm here again. I'm here in America. I'm in a better place. I can provide for myself. I can provide for my son. And I can provide also for my family back home. Right? But it came at me again last year. Or was it this? Yeah, early on in the year. Early on in the year. Early on in the year. You know, my manager, he came to me and he said, he's going to have to lay me off, you know? And I said to myself, this man must be crazy. Out of everyone in that department, I was the one there the longest. And because I don't go to him whenever time he send me home or whenever time he give me short shift and said, "Hey, I have my bills to be paid, my kid to take care of." I says nothing. I don't care news to him. I don't, because that's not my style. That's not my style. And he said to me, and I said, "Okay, sure, no problem. You have to do what you have to do. You're the boss. And I have my mortgage. I have my car payments. I had other bills. I had my insurance through my job. I lost my insurance. Yes, I did. And it's a good thing I'm a girl like this who says, you must always have at least 3 months mortgage, rent, bills, money in the bank should in case anything happens. Because sometimes it takes you at least 3 months for you to pick up something. And if I wasn't that firm-minded person, I would have fallen into depression. Because this place here, America, if you're not strong, you can easily be depressed. Because if I hadn't had a little starch put off for days like those, I would have gone in depression. And if I didn't have a good family stronghold behind me to support me along the days or the months when I wasn't working, I would be so depressed. I remember calling my friend, and I said to her, I said, "Chizzy, I don't know, no. I don't think this America thing cut out for me now because right now I just feel like packing up and go back home to Jamaica. And she said to me, say, remember, Jamaica is not like one time, everything is so expensive in Jamaica. Are you sure you want to do that? And I said, Chizzy, but I'm here, I'm not working, and my like a 3 months statue, I did have put off. It don't know. So, me a job on and not now want. So I think me just go back to Jamaica. And she said to me, say, but if you go back to Jamaica, people have a laugh off of you and whatever. And I said to her, who want laugh, laugh, because I think I've accomplished a lot. I've accomplished a lot, you know? And, you know, she talked to me and she kind of, you know, guide me along the path, you know, where I kind of get that back out of the back of my head and I start thinking along the right path and all of that, So, no, I feel happy with myself. I feel happy with myself and go back to the thing, depression, let you let your self-esteem down. You don't want beard, you don't want brush your teeth, you're just nasty. You don't sweep your floor, you have on the same sheet on your bed for weeks because you're not in that state, you're not in that frame of mind. You just don't want to belong. You just don't want to belong. So please, I'm asking you guys, if ever you reach that point in life, and I'm asking for friends, family members, even enemies. If you see somebody who used to look sharp, used to look sharp, and all of a sudden you just see them get down care, not combing their hair, not brushing their teeth, they look smelly. Don't go down the road and say, just look at her now. She just not care. She used to be so, No, that person's going through something. That person's going through something. So if it's even to tap them on them shoulder, even if it's me, you see, tap me on my shoulder and say, Ruby, what happened? I like how you look from Wadi, because me notice that from me see another shirt the last week Saturday until now. Today I sat there again. You're in the same shirt. And she say it dirty, see, smell how you smell, you know. Walk me through the part. Walk me through the part. Walk me through the part, man. Walk me through the part. Now make me go down the wrong road. Now make the person go down the wrong road. And then you go say, I'm the see her, and me never like how she look, but me never know say she did go through something. I never know she go through something, Or nobody go call the neighbor and say, say me see Ruby, and boy, me not like how she look, She look raggy and nasty and smelly and that I know she. No, man. Something right in a Ruby life. Something right in a Ruby life, That's why Ruby looks so. So just tap Ruby on the shoulder, man, and talk to Ruby, and if you can help Ruby, go get little counseling. You go get Ruby, go get little counseling, Yeah, because guess what? At the end of the day, each one of us have to help each other, you know? Each one of us have to help each other, and depression is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. They have so many types. They have bipolar depression, they have postpartum depression. That is a terrible one, because that affect mothers for like months and sometimes even years after childbearing. Months and years after childbirth, So with these few words being said, I don't want to bore you all. So let's just all look out for each other and let's keep the love. Let's keep the love, Just keep the love and continue doing what we're doing. Continue doing what we're doing and just care for each other, love each other, you know. And as usual, as I ask, tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel, and please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And for now, this is your girl Ruby saying, what is this under my nose? My big mouth. I love to talk. Stay blessed. Have a good day. Bye.